String class comes with quite a few methods that are commonly used to work with text. This helps dealing with strings. We're going to discuss a few of these string methods that are commonly used in this video. The first method is to determine the number of characters of the string. It's the length method. The length method returns the length of the string in terms of a number of characters it contains. For example, let's say we have a string str that contains the text hi all with an exclamation mark at the back. When we want to get the length of the string, we can say int length, just store the result, str.length. And if we then print the length of the string, we'll see that it's all the characters. In this case, that's 7. The space and the exclamation mark are characters as well. The next method we're going to have a look at is char add, and this takes an int index as an argument. This method returns the character at the specified index in the string. The first character has index 0, the second character has index 1, and so on. Let's see this for ourselves in IntelliJ. If I'm going to print the first character of a string, that's going to be the uppercase H. There you go. Alright, another one related to index. But this one determines the index of a string in a string, and it's done with index of, and then it takes a string as an argument. The index of method returns the index of the first occurrence of the specified string within the calling string. That might sound like a lot, so let's move over to IntelliJ and see it for ourselves. So let's go ahead and use the index of to find the string all. And there we go. It is returning 3, because it starts counting at 0, 0 is H, I is 1, the space is 2, and the A is 3. This is where the substring starts. It's the first occurrence, in this case also the last occurrence. So this is how the index of works. If the specified string with index of is not found, it will return -1. We can also create smaller strings using the method substring and then specifying the begin index and optionally the end index. This method returns a new string that is the substring of the calling string, starting at the specified begin index and extending to the end of the string or the specified end index. This does not modify the original string. Let's have a look at this example in IntelliJ. So if I'm going to say str.substring and then I specify the begin index 3, it is going to start there and go on until the end of the string. I'm also going to do something similar, but now I specify an end index as well, and I'm going to specify 5. And this is quite a subtle, important thing to know. So the first one, you can see here, it's just going to continue until the end of the string. The second one, you might be thinking, 3, 4, 5, that should have been the full word all, but it's just AL. Well, the thing here, it's an exclusive range, so it's going to continue until the end index -1. Again, it's an exclusive range. Next, we have the methods toLowercase and toUppercase. These methods do what they promise. They return a new string that is a copy of the calling string with all the characters converted to either lowercase or uppercase. So let's go ahead and do toUppercase. And then followed by a toLowercase. Please mind that also this does not modify the original string. As you can see, we have a hi all uppercase, and then hi all lowercase. The original string still has an uppercase H and the rest lowercase. The last one we'll mention is trim. This method returns a new string that is a copy of the calling string with leading and trailing white space removed. So let's move over to IntelliJ for another example. In order to demonstrate this, I first need to have a new string with some trailing and ending white spaces. So there we go. I'm just going to say space, 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 blah, 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 and some ending spaces. And right now, I am going to print str1.trim. And as you can see, this just prints the string without the leading and trailing spaces. Of course, the original one still has them. It's not being modified. So far, we've seen a few common methods. There are more methods, but this will give you a great start. Whenever you need to do something that feels like, this sounds like something you do a lot with text, there's probably a built-in method for it. Let's talk about a very nice feature of the string class, immutability. We're going to do so in the next video.